Yes, you are seeing that right. NBA 2k24 officially announced the season pass that you have to pay for. Now, they have a free version. We haven't seen the rewards fully, but they have a free version, and then they have the $9.99 and then the $20 one. And today's topic, we want to talk about 2K's biggest issue, and I'm going to get very open and honest with you guys and kind of share my perspective. Talked about this for years, and I've talked about how I feel for years. We're going to go a little deeper down the rabbit hole and discuss it a lot more and break it all the way down so that you guys can make your own assessment in this. And I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible, but let's get into it. First and foremost, 2K has been doing a lot of VC microtransaction game designs, and they haven't been the best as far as their player experiences, and they're not just cosmetic. So players being able to upgrade their character by paying real life money, players being able to purchase boosts to be able to get a higher percentage in shooting, steals, blocks, dribbling, passing, and so much more. It's insane. And then on top of it, the turbo boost, which allow you to have more stamina or make your stamina last a little longer, and things of that nature that are heavily gameplay focused and not a healthy practice for any game to do. And there's plenty of games that get a lot of backlash from this, and the 2K community, myself included, do not push back on this topic. And today I want to push back a little bit in a respectful way and kind of just give you guys the information, helping you understand and see my point. And then we can discuss this in the comments about how you feel going forward when you play the game. So if you play MyCareer or My Team, for example, both those have a lot of incentive for microtransactions. You can get the best and be a play to win type of player by spending real life money to get all of these different microtransactions. Now, the game has an option to play without it, and it's not exactly the best experience overall. It can be either very long and tedious, or it can just be exhausting when it comes to what you need to do to be able to upgrade a player or get a good My Team group together without spending any real life money. And the issue is, we're grown. Most of us that play this game, I'm sure they're possibly in their 20s, most likely. And if you're that age, you can do whatever you want with your money. And this conversation has nothing to do with what you spend your money on. And there's nothing wrong with a season pass, right? A lot of games have these. The issue is that the season pass might contain actual gameplay pay to win aspects. So if a player that gets the free season pass and doesn't get any of those, and then the people who are paying end up with all the enhanced gameplay aspects, then there's a big problem. And it's more pay to win. And as you guys know, I've always been against this for any game. I think pay to win is basically a violation of or fun, being able to be competitive and enjoy the game as it is, rather than having to spend another $100 or more. And so this conversation is more so just an open discussion about what people feel and what they think. And I want everyone to express their experiences, whether it's My Team or MyCareer. Me personally, I play a lot of MyCareer, and it's very difficult to go into the game and play online with other players when you don't spend any money and you have to grind maybe 2 weeks just to have a somewhat decent build and have a little bit of VC to upgrade it, and it's not going to still be efficient enough. And those are the type of things that, and I'm somebody who knows how to get over 100K in VC. So just a conversation that I wanted to spark and have the discussion about with you guys. Today, I had a conversation with a couple of content creators, All City specifically, put out a video about him spending almost $1,200. That's $1,000 100 and some change, 1,100 and some change on VC alone for NBA 2K MyCareer, creating different builds and buying boost and things like that. And then we got into a space on Twitter, aka x.com, and talked about that experience, and I helped try to give my perspective, which was, if we're going to complain about it, we have to do more than that and give constructive criticism for 2K to look at and break down. Now, my constructive criticism is very simple, all right? I want to be able, it's fine if they keep the VC in the game. The issue isn't the VC for me. For me, it's about the game design. If you're going to make a game that I can't enjoy unless I pay, then there's a problem. But if I can go into NBA 2K, get into a brand new player that I make, be able to play online, because I don't always want to play offline, which I play a lot of offline as well. I can do both. I love playing offline, but if I want to go online with friends, I should be able to be at least somewhat capable with them. But since they're having to pay, this is where the conflict happens. They're sitting at a 85 and I'm at a 60. My player can't do much out there, and he can't even run fast enough. He's an NBA player, but he cannot run because I haven't been able to upgrade because I didn't pay the VC to. So this is where the game isn't enjoyable for me, because it's like, okay, now I'm going to the park. I have a point guard who's slower than the center on the other team because the center paid the VC to upgrade the speed, while I haven't paid anything, and now I'm stuck with a build and unable to play online for who knows. And if you're not really good, it'll take you a month to max a player out to 85 possibly. So those are the things that bother me and that I think need to change. If they can just tweak that and make it so that I can get online and still be capable. I mean, it's very simple. NBA Live, when he made a character, he was still had his speed. He still had the fundamentals that any NBA player would have. I would think an NBA point guard can run faster than centers, or at least the same speed as a center. Regardless of how bad of a point guard he is, speed shouldn't be a factor. Things like that, being able to hit a wide open shot and you time it perfectly, you should hit that more times than not if you're really good at shooting. And I'm pretty decent with it, but it's still, the percentages are super low because you have to upgrade. So these are the type of things that are a concern for me. Now, I'm speaking about this in a hypocritical manner because me, just like most people, will spend VC on the build, right? And it costs $100 to get 400k VC, just about 450 or 400 depending on the year, right? But that's how much it costs, and that's how much it will cost to make one build. Now, see, this is where, like I said, make a full build that much, but I can max that build to 85 from the very moment the game releases. And then somebody who has a 60 is struggling to walk up the court. They have no stamina, so they can't even go up the court fast because they got no speed or stamina. So these are the type of issues that the community has accepted for years and nobody speaks on it. And I think we have to do a better job to have the discussion, open up the dialogue, and get into it going forward. And you know, I'm inspired by the community because they've been addressing it ever since this season pass was announced, which it's $20. We don't know the reward, so we can't say if it's good or bad. I gotta see what is in there. For me, in-game purchases are all preference. If it's something worth it, cool. If it's gameplay enhancements, then it's a pay-to-win system added on to the already trouble that 2K has. And that's my opinion on this. And now I'm hypocritical because I am going to play the game when it releases. I do love playing basketball, and it's a great video game. Just those aspects that I don't support, and I can still love a game and speak on it. And that's what I hope we all start to do as a community, coming together and addressing these topics. All right, so let's get into it. Let's just have this discussion and go down the rabbit hole as we go forward. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you soon.